Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the newest episode of Oshi no Ko, episode 4 of season 3, Blind. I'm pretty excited to get into this episode. I really enjoyed last week. Whenever we get to focus more on the industry aspect of the show, it is always my favorite part. But also I've been enjoying Ruby taking kind of the helm of the whole revenge aspect of the show. I've been finding her really compelling, and I love how she kind of manipulated the whole situation last week. But I don't doubt that Aqua will be back in the picture within too long. I feel like he might have put a couple pieces together at the end of last episode, figuring out that she kind of planned it all. But I'm really excited to see what the rest of the season has to offer, so I don't want to waste any more time and hop right into this reaction. If you're new to my channel, this will be a timer reaction, so if you want the audio and or full video, you can just sync up with my copy. But let's not waste too much more time and get right into this episode. 3, 2, 1, start. Oh, okay, I think we're good. Little bit of a buffer. God, I will never get over how good the openings are this season. I think I say it every day I react to something, but I especially love how many really artistic ones we've gotten like um this season as well. This this will always be my favorite type of opening. I also am still really interested to know if that's just a part of the opening or if Akane's are really about to join the group. I guess that is one thing that's actually good about openings like this. I don't know if it's actually a spoiler or not. Mm. Such a great singer, too, for the opening. I, uh, I wonder what we're going to be focusing on this episode then, because I don't believe we have. I mean, there is some like opening plot threads and stuff, but we kind of figured out our cosplay stuff last week. Focusing on a star is interesting. Oh, it's star and moon and everything. Oh, we're continuing right where we left off. It was a little bit more than a bit involved, to be honest. even if even if they weren't originally family, they definitely have a lot of similar traits. God, to focus on the dark star eyes and just that expression on her face. Needs to skip some of the longer processes. So instead of or sucking up to the assistant director, trying to go for that actual director. Yeah, exactly. Going for going for the bigger fish. Well, especially when the director was that out of pocket. There is a truth to that, but there is a truth to letting out your own experiences. Ooh, bit of a buffer. Diabolical. But also, the idol industry is kind of a next level step up in type of fans they get. Because you're doing exactly what he would have done. Also, you kind of it might get saved, but you kind of ruined that assistant director's love for the craft. Oh my god, the fucking wind blowing in the what that was an awesome shot and background OST with the background sounds. Yeah, this is definitely that's kind of fucked for Aqua. The moment he kind of sets off of this path, it immediately gets brought right back into her. This soundtrack, it's so ominous and haunting. I also love how subtly it transitioned away. I feel like between the end of last arc and here, we're progressing through the story quite a bit. I was adorable in that black sweater, by the way. Oh, that was 6 months ago. Yeah, so it was 6 month time, Jip. Yeah, quite the collab between two twins. I absolutely love the soundtracks this episode. Oh, fuck. I don't know why it's so buffery today. Holy. That would be fucking so exhausting. Especially with on top of everything with the revenge. It's also kind of sad that she's actually really making a lot of progress now when it's not even she's not even really care about it as much anymore. She just wants to use it as a tool almost. Is it causing a bit of that's brutal. You did put in a lot of the work. unfortunate. But yeah, it definitely seems like it's a little bit more tense between the group at the moment. Exhausted? Oh yeah, you can. She use bags under her eyes as well. Also, this is like the second thing I've watched recently where they're just pounding back the energy drinks. Oh, interesting. I think she made him lose his passion for TV after that whole situation. It's honestly so odd just seeing Aqua just how odd it is that Aqua's just like playing the role of like a normal kid right now and it doesn't even seem like a role. It's what he actually wants. It's so rough that like finally getting all this popularity and it just is not good for anyone. Always been a bit weird. Still obsessed with it. Is that really all? I feel like I remember unfinished business. Dude, that purple effect on him when he was. I was gonna say she was like a daughter to you, and it's honestly got to be an awful feeling knowing that you helped her get so popular, but that is also what killed her. Is this where he finds out the truth, or And I feel like I don't even think he wanted to consider it. Well, I was very much right at the beginning of this episode. It wasn't going to take long for Aqua to get back in the picture. I wonder if this will lead to them working together. Oh, the thunder in the back. Dude, the OSTs and sound effects this episode are immaculate. They get the tone so well. Oh, and she isn't gonna go. Nope, can't help herself. Oh, this is it's weird how like fucking 2 minutes ago I was like, man, it's so odd seeing Aqua as like a normal kid. And now and this side of himself is back. I wonder if kind of popping up is gonna snap him out of this a little bit. Oh, the fucking footsteps circling around. Dude, whoever directed the sound this episode fucking was cooking. Oh, dude is freaking out. Are you gonna go after her or just sit there? Feel like you might just sit there. Yeah, that is unfortunate. That's not how I saw that playing out, to be honest. God, still a bit of ominous in the background. I feel like he probably doesn't even want to have this conversation right now. She's pretty perceptive. I wonder. As I was saying, very perceptive. Well, it's too late for that. Is that her dress from the opening, or is it a different one? I can't. Oh, it looks different. Oh, is that the dad? I thought his dad's hair was a slightly different color, to be honest. Would that be the dad, maybe? Because they did have a connection with that company, right? That I could never do conversations and dinners like this. This guy has a very dead eyes. Oh, is she about to sh dude, she's built different. Interesting. Dude, Akane is literally fucking a detective in the form of an actor. I didn't even put that together. That expression on her face. Oh, Jesus. I won't lie. Incredible episode. Um, I have no idea who was directing. I don't even know any of the directors for this show, I don't think, to be honest, but whoever was in the head of the sound effect team as well in this episode, they were fucking cooking. I had like chills on my body so many different times during this episode. The art and directing choices this episode as well. Mwah, immaculate. And I was very much right at the start of this episode. It wasn't going to take long before Aqua was back in the revenge storyline, which makes pretty much sense. I feel like I would have liked to see a little bit more Ruby, but at least this isn't like them switching roles again, as far as I know. This is either the them separately going to be working on it, or they might come together and work together to try and solve it, which would probably be my personal preference for this series, is them working together and not trying to keep hiding stuff for the rest of the series. Um, like, I still really want the whole fucking reveal, because, like, the whole reveal with, like, their past lives and everything. They cooked. Yeah, I don't think any complaints about this episode. Not honestly, not the episode I was thinking we were gonna get. I thought this whole situation with Ruby and this little mini arc was gonna extend way longer, but I'm here for this. That was incredible reveals, and just, yeah, as I said, the directing and the sound effects were so well done for a lot of, like, those breakdown moments and a lot more intense scenes. But, like, there was a lot of also, like, ominousness that came around with Ruby, and as I said, just immaculate job on this episode. Um, for us, because, like, anyone who's online has heard that, from what I understand at least, a large amount of this community absolutely hates the ending of this manga. And even from what I've heard, the later arcs kind of drag on a little bit and um, don't. A lot of people weren't just happy with the direction it went. I think, though, that the anime adaptation for this series holds, like, is such a high standard, and the way they adapt things is so incredible that I feel like even with, like, mediocre or bad source material in the later parts, they can still elevate it to a pretty high quality product, I think. Um that's with most anime, though, and I always take manga readers' hate of an ending with a slight bit of grain of salt, because I don't know a single show that ever gets praised for its ending. Rarely. That happens like 1 out of 1,000 shows, maybe 1 out of 100 if we're really lucky. Most things people are always mad about endings, because the show is it's a hard to end the show and leave your audience happy, because a lot of times the audience perception of a show is different than an author's perception of it, and the things that they're wanting to give out in a series is not always what people are looking for. A good reference I've always think is, like, you don't go to a fucking, like, a clothing store to buy bread. Like, you have to know what you're going into and, like, what you're expecting with the series. So I think that always leads to a lot of disappointment with endings, because you were looking for something that the series was never going to offer you. Um, but yeah, I'm really impressed with this show. I don't know how many seasons of content we can get for Oshinoko, but they're doing an incredible job with the anime at the very least. I'm really, really interested to see where the rest of the series goes, because if, like, I have a couple problems with this show. Like, honestly, I don't really love, like, the whole reincarnation aspect of it. I don't even particularly like the revenge aspect. I think there is some really strong moments with it, like this episode. Like, we couldn't have got this episode without the revenge aspect, and it was an incredible show. So, like, that is um one of the things, and that's kind of something I have to accept as a fan going into this. So that is what the author is trying to show. There is a lot of, like, industry aspects and all that, but that is more of, like, a setting for the world and not actually the direct, like, plot. Um, so I'm always more than okay with having there be some aspects of this show that I don't like, because everything else in it I like so much that, like, it doesn't cause me problems. It doesn't make me not enjoy the show at all. So, as I said, really excited for the rest of the season. But I will catch you guys all later, and peace.